Welcome to TV Africa News. This is Africa Today. My name is Najma Lima, but first are the headlines. Nigeria to reopen border with Benin for goods trade. Kenya, Somaliland agree on KQ flights. Remains of Patrice Lumumba to be repatriated to Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo imposes curfew as coronavirus cases rise. Now the news in detail. President Museveni, who is camping in Rwenzori sub-region, has blamed the Constituency Assembly delegates of 1995 for not including the president in the lawmaking process and just limiting it to Parliament. Mr. Museveni reasoned that because Parliament has failed to handle his views well, thereby failing some projects he would want as a priority. He blamed some of the opposition figures like Dr. Kizza Besigye, who was part of the Constituency Assembly, and the two presidential candidate generals, who include Henry Tumukunde and Mugisha Muntu, who were once MPs, for making him fail to have power over legislations and budget allocations. Moving on, the remains of Democratic Republic of Congo's former Prime Minister Patrice Emery Lumumba will be repatriated from Belgium, President Felix Tshisekedi has announced. He further added that in June 2021, on the sidelines of the celebration of the 61st anniversary of the country's independence, the homeland will show its gratitude to Prime Minister Patrice Emery Lumumba, one of the national heroes whose relics will be repatriated and to whom will be given finally a burial worthy of his sacrifice for the party. Lumumba was an enduring national hero and icon of those who demand that former colonial powers face up to their history. Moving on still, Kenya has reached a deal for direct Kenya Airways flight to Hargeisa in Somaliland in what could be the first destination for the national carrier into a Somali region following years of trying. The move came hours after Somalia, which sees Somaliland as its territory, severed ties with Kenya in protest against what it called constant interference with its internal affairs. While making an unwavering commitment to deepen their ties, President Uhuru Kenyatta and visiting Muse Bihi of Somaliland on Tuesday agreed that the flights will begin by March 2021. In our business news today, Nigeria is lifting the closure of borders with neighboring Benin and Niger, which it imposed in August 2019 to curb the smuggling of rice and other commodities, the government said on Wednesday. 4 land borders will be reopened immediately, while the remaining borders are directly to be reopened on or before 31st December, Finance Minister Zainab Ahmed told a press conference. Under President Muhammadu Buhari's instructions, the ban on importation of rice, poultry, and other banned products still subsists and will be implemented by Border Patrol teams. Buhari stunned Nigeria's neighbors when he unexpectedly closed the country's borders to goods trade, saying the time had come to crush contraband trade. Let's take a very quick short break. We will be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching TV Africa News at the Right to Know. In our health news today, the Democratic Republic of Congo is imposing stricter coronavirus measures as cases have soared. The government said restrictions would start on Friday with a curfew from 9 to 5. The communications minister also said schools would close earlier for the Christmas holidays and that there would be a ban on public gathering of more than 10 people. There will also be a ban on ceremonies, but before, burials and sports competition will continue without funds. In our sports news today, elite coaches are under duress to forcibly embrace a professionalism. On Tuesday, when Masaza Cup organizers expelled Bulemezi head coach Simon Peter Mugera and single chairman Uthman Waswa from Jelu camp for flouting COVID-19 regulations, it opened a can of worms. Waswa reportedly left camp to sort out the team's financial woes while Mugera was making his availability for Bright Stars for the remaining 2 games this year before the league takes a 2-month break to allow for the CHAN preparations. Mugera explained how Masaza Cup was not a permanent job and he had to respect his contract at Bright Stars. Now, before we end our bulletin, let's take a recap of our top stories. Nigeria to reopen border with Benin for goods trade. Kenya, Somaliland agree on KQ flights. Remains of Patrice Lumumba to be repatriated to Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo imposes curfew as coronavirus cases rise. That was the news. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. More programming coming your way.
This is Africa, and that was the news.